welcome back. Just another day in the reaction channels. We're actually raising money right now for Gamers Outreach. I feel like it might be over by the time this video makes its way on YouTube, but just in case it doesn't, you should drop by my Twitch and donate if you would like to support some kids who are unfortunately hospitalized. Welcome in. Let's go. Let's watch. I made the world's most powerful soccer shoe just in time for soccer season.
Today, I'm answering the age-old question of...
He's wearing shoes, wait!
If I put a gun on the bottom of my soccer shoe, will it make me better at kicking?
So as he
the real
kicks...
reason I'm making this is like...
So the idea is as he kicks, the gun is gonna go off and therefore give his foot more force. I feel like all that's gonna do is like break his hip. Because his foot will be moving at such a high speed. Well, let's find out.
I got a new tool, a milling machine. And of course, the first thing I want to make is a
milling?
gun. But I'm Australian and they won't let me. So I figure this soccer boot is a good middle ground. And if you don't know what a milling machine does, it was one of the first great machines invented by humanity that grinds grain into flour.
Oh.
Mine is pretty good at that, but it also uses these multi-directional cutting bits to cut metal in any direction you want.
Oh, damn.
Alex, hang on. You aren't milling yet. You're dreaming.
Hello?
You still need to get it off your ute. And buying big machines is very easy.
Have you guys had those dreams? I have those dreams quite a lot in the mornings. When I don't want to wake up for work, my alarm bell would go off and I would think that I have gotten up and I'm in the shower and I'm showering, I'm packing my food, I'm leaving out the door, I'm going to my car, and then I wake up and I'm still in my bed and it's been 30 minutes and I'm late. Yep, pretty vivid dreams. Right, Sheriff? Hello, welcome back. Recoil, someone gets shot, but who cares about minor errors? Yeah, who cares? Who cares? We're just glad that he at least has one shoe on this time. Good. He's learning.
Easy. But moving them is the hard part, which is why I put off getting a milling machine for so long. And after 6 hours of pushing, pulling, cutting into my tray, and regretting that I'm not a cooking channel, we finally managed to get the milling machine on the engine hoist and onto the stand.
Damn.
And I really did consider just keeping this 500 kilo machine in the back of the ute and then traveling Australia, making a mobile service for kids that need guns and their bicycles fixed.
Makes
but
what?
To do that, I need to learn how to use it first. And in order to get accurate cuts, I first need to line up this vise so it's completely perpendicular with the milling head. And to do this, I'm going to use this dial indicator, and I'll let you in on a little machining secret. You touch it on this side and then make it 0, and then you run it all the way along the vise, and then you just turn this to 0. And now, no matter how wonky your vise is, it will always read as being straight. And now I can start. And I'm going to use this bandsaw.
Does that work? Tradesman in child, feels like something's off with that logic. Imagine having a dream in which you pee and then you wake up and it turns out you actually peed. Volcano, you good? Fab, you good, Fab? Yeah, you leave your house and you wake up and you're like, frick, I have to do it again? I have to shower twice? Even though one time was in my imagination. Seriously? I have to let my house pee on me twice? God dang it.
A hot machining tip for you. Place a spring under the bandsaw to soften the fall of parts when they've finished cutting. Okay, now my part is hidden somewhere within this metal block. Sorry, this metal block. And it's time to take the first cuts, which at first I was excited about, but then I learned that milling is mostly using these things to constantly make sure your parts remain square every time you move anything around. But luckily my milling machine also came with this digital readout that makes working with the machine so much easier. All I need to do is type in what I want, and then the machine does all the work.
Let's go, technology! Is he, oh my god, is he milling a boopa? Boopa? Oh, lock in, sir. Lock in. Is that the code 80085 for boobs? No, don't. I thought he was gonna pull down his pants. Oh my god. I'm so scared.
Okay, I've faced one side, but now discovered something pretty annoying about milling. It produces and throws the sharpest metal chips out of any of the machines I own, which makes being barefoot in the garage very fun.
Ooh.
And after an hour of cutting, I now have exactly the same piece I started with, except it's flat. Then I just cut out some chunks with the bandsaw while I worked out what I'm
Bandsaw is
actually doing. Now, the plan
terrifying.
is to have a shoe, and then underneath I have this mechanism which slides, and there are rounds in the back that will get squished when the ball hits the front of the mechanism, and then they go off blasting this hammer out the front into the ball. So I tidied up the side part.
Remember, every action must have a reaction. So if something's gonna go off his shoe is gonna go the other way. And if the shoe is being worn on the foot, his foot is gonna go the other way. Ooh. Man, this guy, he's such a mad scientist. He is so ahead of our time. I wonder if like 500 years from now, people are going to look back and be like, yeah, know that man in the 2000s? I did a thing. He was so ahead of his time. Like, he was a genius. He was a mad scientist. I wonder.
And then drilled some holes. And even though I have a digital readout to tell me exactly where the middle is, my holes are still off center, straighter than they usually are though. Next I made the hammer, which is going to make contact with the ball. And I'm going to use this spear gun shaft for the pistons, which is made out of super strong steel, and then press fit it into this block. And press fitting is just a fancy way of saying that I'm just going to hit it really hard with a hammer until it squishes in and hopefully stays in there and doesn't fly out and kill me or any passerbys whose families might sue me. But I got ahead of myself and forgot that I wanted to cut some grooves into these pins to put some O-rings in, so that way I'd get a nice airtight fit in the barrel. But before I could put it in my lathe to do that, I forgot again and hit in the other pin. But it's actually a good thing, as I already get to do my first test and see how fast the blank rounds get the hammer flying.
Let's see.
Okay, now
That's
with
not
some
bad.
rounds in while I cower behind this wall.
What if it goes through the wall though? That's bad. There was a spark too, right?
And I got
Dangerous.
26 meters a second, but that was only with one round going off, which is not fast enough. It's
Not
only
fast
55
enough,
miles
excuse
or
me?
90 kilometers an hour. So I did it again, this time with a tab welded on the end to squish the rounds better.
My eyes up.
And I set off both rounds,
shit, that
but the
scared me.
chronograph wasn't on. And before I go any further, I need to know how fast I can kick a ball. So when you look it up, the fastest kick ever is 210 kilometers an hour. Which
That's
is
crazy.
pretty impressive considering how pixelated this man is. And now me.
3 pixels on a dream shot. 200. That's insane. The foot will be gone. Yeah.
And I can kick a soccer ball at 28 meters a second, or 100k.
You're supposed to kick a ball with like the top of your feet, all right? Not your toes, right? I don't know much about soccer or sports in general, but I remember watching anime and they always animate the soccer balls for the back of, or like the top of the feet as the contact point. Is that correct? Oh, hello, 007 Fillion. Thank you for the follow. Hey, how are you?
Is 63 miles an hour, which is annoying since I'm faster than the device so far, even though I'm barefoot and didn't have a run-up. So my plan now is to make a backplate that holds in the shells and stops the gas from escaping out the back.
The side
and
of the
forces
foot.
it all down
Okay.
the barrels,
Not the
hopefully
top?
increasing the speed. And to do that, I
Rip.
started by making a slot in this piece of metal.
Anime
When I'm
keeps-
using a cutting bit like this to take material off the metal, there are
Anime
two
keeps
ways to do it.
lying.
The more dangerous way, called climb cutting, where you push the material into the bit in the same way it's spinning, and the safer way is pushing the material into the bit in the opposite way it's going. However, I usually forget which way I'm going, so I found it's easier to just break a bit to let me know I wasn't meant to be going that way. And I'm not sure why I look so stressed while using the mill, but it's probably because I expect things to snap off and hit me at any moment. Okay, slotted piece done. Now I just need to make a T-shaped.
I guess that's just like apprehension you have with a new machine you're not super trusting of yet. I don't understand. I don't know. Any craftsmen in chat? I feel like I don't quite understand the obsession with like working with machines. They're so scary. Bad machinist is here.
Firing pin
I
to
guess
go
so,
on.
huh? He doesn't
But
wear
I'm
shoes.
going to do that using a piece of tool steel, which is the hardest metal I or anyone in the world has in their garage. So hard that it removed all the teeth on my bandsaw without scratching the metal when I tried to cut it.
What?
Put it in there for 20 seconds.
How?
And there are no more teeth left on my bandsaw.
That's
And
insane.
my milling machine didn't like it very much either. And eventually, after 3 hours of slow, horrible cutting where I was only taking 1/10 of a mil off at a time while the machine was screaming in my ears telling me to stop,
Ooh, that's not a very good
I eventually
sound.
cut out this firing pin, which after cleaning up will go inside the slot.
Oh! Ugh, now he has. Oh, bro. Oh, bro.
Okay, after another 3 hours of milling, I got this firing pin,
Such-
which I tapped some holes into, and now it fits nicely together. Now I also want a way to hold the hammer in, and I'm going to use magnets. So I cut a slot in the device and then attempted to cut the magnet, which I wouldn't recommend doing in this way, as I snapped it, and now the milling machine is covered in a beautiful, really abrasive magnetic dust that sticks to everything.
Ugh.
I have an idea.
That's like metal sand. Oh! I just
Okay, it's
hit
time for a
myself
test
on
with
my
this setup,
table.
and I'm hoping it's faster than the last, as the gas shouldn't be able to escape out the back, and also the hammer is held in, which should increase the pressure.
Okay, I have to say before he tests, I have to say every time he makes a cut and then he assembles things and things just fit perfectly, it is so satisfying. Like just now, when we were watching him push this in and it clicks perfectly, it is so satisfying to see.
Shouldn't be able to escape out the back, and also the hammer is held in, which should increase the pressure.
Dude, if you hear me screaming, going,
Just that one?
just that one, then come
Ugh.
up with it.
But if you do a normal stream,
Yeah, normal stream on fine,
Ugh.
just that one. Please work. 3,
2,
2.
1.
And that was awesome to watch on the slow-mo. You can see both rounds going off, and best of all, no
What's
gas
this
escaping.
machine he has with the blue lights? What does that do? Is that to like measure the speed? Cutting edge only cuts one way, pushing the part into the edge the wrong way, it's going to break. Ah, yes, that's why his bits kept breaking off, right? Speed sensors? Okay, for the speed. Okay, cool.
Out the back.
Good to know.
The chronograph is reading 259 meters a second, or 600 miles per hour, which seems way too fast. Maybe that was the speed of the gas escaping around the hammer, but I'm just going to say it's a success. 10 times faster
Cool.
than my foot. Now I need to make
Nice.
the boot for that, and I'm going to use this one. This is a very special soccer shoe to me. My mum bought it for me when I was 5 years old, and I played every season of soccer with them. At first, I wasn't very. This is a very special
Hold up.
soccer shoe to me. My mum bought it for me when I was.
That's him when he was 5 or whatever. Man has not changed. He looks the same. You can tell it's the same person. Is he a vampire? What the?
I was 5 years old, and I played every season of soccer with them. At first, I wasn't very good, but eventually, last year, I grew into my shoes, and now I'm alright.
Last year?
And I started by bending this piece until it fit around the shoe and then welded
He's
it to
like,
this plate.
I love this
Then I
pair.
welded this.
He's like, I love this pair of shoe. My mom brought it for me, and I've played every single year with these. I love them so much. Let me chop them up.
Piece on top and then welded on some spikes. And now if I stop now, I just have a great way to climb trees. Then I need to work out how I'm actually attaching the device to the shoe.
Holy, that
which
is
is why I
sharp.
decided to cut off these tabs that I spent so long
Imagine
making,
getting
and
steppies
instead
with
use
those
this
shoes,
linear
chat.
sliding
Ayo.
rail, which will save me some space and weight. Then I attached a stopper at the end. So hopefully,
It's
when
called
the front of this
upgrades.
makes contact with the ball,
Ch-ch-ch.
it slides back, hitting the stopper at the end, which will push in the firing pin, setting off the blanks, which will shoot the hammer out of the end. But I don't know if this change will work, so I tested it out.
2, 1. Wow. So fast. You can still, I like how you can still see he has the saw blade in his bag. Like he never got rid of it. He has too many weapons in his garage, chat. What if some gang, like local gang, is like, oh no, we're in a gang war and we don't have any weapons. But luckily for me, I did a thing and I know where he lives, so let's raid his garage. I can totally see that happening. He made crampons? Is that what they're called?
Nice.
Okay, now I can put it on the boot, so I permanently welded it on. But I
Why
still
does
don't
that
have
sound
any
like
idea
tampons?
if just the impact of the soft soccer ball will be enough to actually set off the rounds. Which is something I really should have planned for a little bit more. Same with my life, although my online business was easy to run and more organized. But I can with the sponsor of today's video, Udo. Thanks to Udo, you've got an
way.
all-in-one management
No
software
freaking way, bro.
platform that simplifies
All right, while
daily
he
management
yaps,
of any
while
business.
he yaps.
Suite of applications you can
Oh,
track
man.
project progress, deadlines, budget, resources, and collaborative
Please no steppies with those shoes. What if it was me? Would you like it if I get those shoes and you get steppies? Free. It'll be free steppies. Pretty good deal, chat. Don't have to donate. Don't have to redeem. Free steppies.
Opportunity is presented as a card with all essential information in the front. Each stage provides an overview of expected revenue, and you can.
Do we get armor? You mean you're not wearing armor normally?
When talking to your client about pitching your business,
What do you mean?
you can send emails, schedule
Snow and ice.
and have
Oh,
internal
like
exchanges all from within,
snowshoes.
ensuring easy access to discussion history. You can also forecast.
This thing is like going the 3/4 the speed of sound. Dude, rip his hip. I'm so curious to see what happens to his knees and his hip. Holy. Like, would his one foot just go flying out and the rest of him has to follow and he slips? Like Tom and Jerry style?
To get started for free with Udo.
Maybe.
All right, back to testing the boot.
Back to the video. Where's the shot?
And I tried for days to get this to work,
Mwah,
making changes
mwah.
to the ball pressure,
It doesn't go off.
placement of the ball. I even changed to a basketball.
Dude, that's so sad.
I glued a piece of metal to the ball.
Rip.
I even welded up a brand new frame to hold the ball better and swing the boot harder, but nothing worked.
Rip.
And after 30 or so mishits, I finally got it working.
Uh-oh.
That was with the soccer ball.
Wait, nothing shot though. I don't think I heard a shot.
It's a very, very simple solution, which is really good.
Well, I thought I did until I watched the slow-mo. And on that attempt, I had the carriage loose, and just the momentum of the swinging leg set the round
Oh,
off before it contacted the
no.
ball. So I tried some more with no success.
Rip.
And I think there are two problems. The impact on the ball on the front of the hammer is not transferring into the rounds, which is weird because if there's a gap on the carriage, it's able to get a run up and then it is enough. And also the firing pins are not very good. So I abandoned all my hard work making this T-slot firing pin and just put some welds on the back and then
No,
sharpen those into points, which will squish the rounds.
Sippa? Sippa?
After that didn't even work.
But it still didn't work. But then I started thinking about that shot that did work when the carriage slammed back into the firing pins. And I thought there would be no difference if the ball hits the hammer with the carriage already resting on the firing pins compared to a loose carriage. But there obviously is. So I'm going to try something janky and put a toothpick in the rail here, which will keep the carriage away from the block, but then hopefully the impact of the ball will snap it, shooting the carriage back into the firing pins.
No way. Oh, no way! He did it! Oh, thank you for the hygiene.
He opened the door and the ball almost bounced out. That was fucking awesome.
And that looked great until I watched the slow-mo. And I got another premature ejaculation. But at least I managed to do a trick shot while having it.
Fuck. I hate it when my foot premature ejaculates, man. It's the most annoying thing. How are you supposed to fix this?
So I upgraded the toothpick.
What? When your foot prematurely ejaculates? Out of your toenails, Chet.
To a bamboo skewer and gave that a go.
Did this work?
And I finally got it to work.
Yes! Timely
And the chronograph told
ejaculation
me it
this
was going
time.
at 28 meters a second or 110 kilometers per hour.
Nice.
The exact same reading my foot got. So it looks like it's time to put it on my foot and see if I can beat that. But before I do, I'm going to use someone else's leg, which I put the boot in. So that way I can see if the recoil will just shatter my shin bone.
I'm so proud of him for thinking of himself. Dude, for a man who insists on not wearing shoes, even though he said the little metal bits are very painful. I was like actually really scared for him. I'm glad he thought about this. He does feel fear. Yeah, he does have fear. Wow, he does have a sense of self-preservation and survival. Yo, good. New level of cursed. Timely ejaculation of the foot.
And while I'm doing all this and mucking around with blanks, I'm obviously being safe and I'm always keeping it unloaded while putting the shoe on and clamping the slippery bone into the vise. Which is why I don't have a hammer-shaped dent in my knee from when it didn't misfire when it slipped out of the vise and slammed into the floor.
Holy crap. Let's listen to that again. What did he do?
Into the vise, which is why I don't have a hammer-shaped dent in my knee from when it didn't misfire when it slipped out of the vise and slammed into the floor.
No!
So after letting my hearing recover, I decided I am not...
Dude, that poor kneecap. He's lucky he only got away with a scratch. Glass, welcome back. It's been a while. How are you? That's crazy. Michael Reeves probably will do this himself. Well, doesn't Michael have, like, to live for Lily? Like, if he dies, Lily's gonna be alone. This dude needs to wear full armor. I agree. That does look really painful. Yikes.
I tested on the cow leg bone, as it's way thicker than my leg, so it wouldn't even be an accurate safety test. But I am going to try one more thing to make it go even faster, which might just destroy it. At the moment, these pistons aren't airtight in the holes, but I can put wadding down there to make it move a lot faster. So I put these in, which should make an airtight seal.
It didn't break. Did it break?
And that was a lot louder and blew the whole thing up.
Oh, the ball bearings came out.
And didn't even give me a faster speed. So I tried again.
I thought I saw a little piece of red. I thought that was the bone coming off.
And I popped the ball, and I
Rip.
also bent the square tube, which is
Rip.
really good to know, as my shin bone definitely wouldn't survive a blast like that. But at least the boot is working.
Ooh, if he just tried it on his leg, Chad, look at how the metal is bent. Ooh, if he just tried it on his leg. Ouch! Damn! R.I.P. I don't think he'll be able to walk again. At least the boot is working, I guess.
Is it legal to use on a soccer field? No. Is
Yeah.
it legal anywhere in the world?
No.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted a bit of legal advice because I've essentially made a shoe with a gun. But it does look pretty cool.
Damn.
So now I still want to beat the fastest kick ever, but I'm also trying to beat the record for longest goal in soccer, which is 96 meters, which is why I put this goal 97 meters away. Also, I didn't bring batteries for the speed measurer, so we're mainly going for distance.
I think there is zero chance you're going to get it as that goal.
I think there is a 0 chance you can kick that far and get it into the goal.
Me?
What do we
You?
think, Seth?
Or just me?
Not on the full. I don't think I can do that.
Bam! No shoes again?
Oh, yeah? I reckon I'm not going to get it anywhere near. He's going to fall into that hole right there.
Alright, go.
Is he just like allergic to shoes? This guy's wearing shoes.
Pretty good. So as long as it kicks further than that.
Then it's a superhuman
Then
device.
it's a-
I'm very good at kicking.
Nice, nice.
Don't stand in front of it. What is wrong with you? Imagine selling this to some of the top.
Yo, okay, when I used to work on an excavation site for the summer, the number one safety moment for every meeting was don't put your hand or any part of you in the line of fire. Do not put your face in front of a shoe with a bullet on the end, okay? Damn. Did you see his friend?
Human device. I'm very good at kicking.
Yeah.
Like,
Am I standing in front of it?
Don't do this. Ooh, nervous. More feed content. Is it actually deliberately for feed content? Is that actually the reason why he doesn't wear shoes? Don't do this, man. If it misfires, you're done.
don't stand in front of it. What is wrong with you? Imagine selling this to.
The rear and knock down
Oh.
the barrels. So I tried again with a lighter kick.
Need to not stand in front of this when I'm putting it in.
Oh, they are so fortunate. Oh, it's like playing real life Russian roulette. Is it gonna go off and hurt me? I don't know. Let's find out.
2, 1. It's not near as loud as it was at home.
In the garage.
And that kick was way worse. So I'm not going to get the distance I want. So I
Rip.
moved the car closer, and now I'm going to take some free kicks from around 30 meters away.
Hi,
And for some
Spider.
reason,
Hey,
Alexa
how are you?
agreed to be
Thank
in the
you.
goals.
Are you ready?
Not the anime moment. Ooh. Thank you, Spider, for the follow. Welcome in.
On the great shot.
Nice.
But I'm like, I don't want to be in front of it.
Yeah, fair
That one
enough.
worked really well. The ball traveled 30 meters in just over half a second, meaning the ball was traveling at like 45 meters a second, which is
Damn.
160 k's or 100 miles per hour, which is 40
So if you get hit by that, or like you know how goalies like hold the ball to their chest to stop it sometime? If you stand in front of it and try to hold it, would you have a hole in your chest? Would it like go through you? Or at least break your ribs, I guess? I ain't paid enough. I don't think he's paid up. Oh! My grandfather was amazing at Russian roulette. He only lost once. Oh, my condolences. Hey, but he won so many times. Let's go. You probably get messed up. Okay. Good to know.
20 kilometers faster than David Beckham's foot when he drove his car into a pole. And it's also 3 kilometers faster than his fastest ever kick. Okay, my turn.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Go for it, man. Go for it. Block it.
3, 2, 1.
Bruh.
Bruh.
That's such a fail.
Alexa, this is why I do video.
Too
And
much
it's
surface
pretty
area and low
inconsistent.
density.
I think it depends on
True.
if the rounds
Also
break
true.
at the back or not, and how good my wadding is.
Come on,
and we
come
did
on,
a
come
couple
on.
more shots, but it only got worse.
2, 1. Oh.
I think his friend just sucks at this. I think his friend is just his friend probably knows that he will go for it, And he's throwing the kicks on purpose, I think.
Hey.
I'd love to.
And you can pull the thing as well.
Axel, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How are you? Oh my god, let's go, human meat shields. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, they stopped it. Bill. Bill. I guess you can stop it easily.
And overall, this shoe did alright. It's probably slightly worse than my normal foot kicking a soccer ball.
That's much harder.
Please wear shoes.
Also, if there are any cops watching this video, this whole thing was just a dream.
FBI
Thank you.
agent, I was just dreaming. I was just dreaming, FBI agent. I wasn't tax evading. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.